Hey, and welcome to Cherie's World Podcast. I got a little tea in the house for you today. My homegirl is here, and I call her Boots. You will find out why I call her Boots. Along with her, I don't even think she knows why that's her nickname, so you will both find out on air. She is a legend in her own right. She has become a culture. Homegirl has every coin phrase alive, but I have her here because I want you to know her the way I know her. She is a household name. You might know her from TV shows like The Braxton Family Values or How to Catch a Kitchen Beautician on VH1. Stay tuned, and we will be talking to Miss Tamar Braxton. We are going to learn all about her new hairline. You grow, girl. I see my sisters there.
Hi.
Hey, Boots. How you doing?
First of all, it's a trap. Thank God for Jesus. He gave me the gift of discernment to put on the face and comb my hair. Because look at you. Look how amazing you look. Okay, please get out my face. Oh, girl, I'm just going to show up out this bed.
Look, wait. So for Tamar,
You got the girls hanging out. You got the jingling babies
but
in
before
your
I
ear.
got on Tamar, I got on a slip. I got on a nightgown. And my $7 Ross dress for less, like, little.
It don't matter what's the cost. It matters what you look like in it, okay? You look great.
You just love me, girl. You just
I do.
Tamar, that's Courtney. I already did your introduction.
How you doing,
Oh,
Tamar?
hi.
I'm a big fan.
Oh, thank you.
My daughter, Tamar, you got off last night, right? She said, now this is how ignorant my family is. Okay? She said, Mommy, she's beautiful. I think I've seen her before. I said, really? Where did you see her before? She said, I don't even know. I don't think she's a Kardashian or anything.
No, that would mean I'd have $100 million.
I was like, no, boo.
Yeah, but you close. You close to it though.
No, I'm actually not. No, not yet. But thank you for speaking that over my life. I accept and praise him.
So I'm not gonna waste your time talking about personal stuff because we could do that all the time. But I just wanted to let you know that while I was recording, my phone been going off a little bit, and I looked at her, and I think she got it. But your baby is trying to play Roblox with my baby.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It was so cute. I was like, but let me just say, I need to confess to you something, okay?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
So you know how I always call you Boots?
Yes.
You don't know why I call you Boots, do
I
you?
don't know why you call me Boots.
Okay, so I was sitting in, I think, the second row of the Eve show when they shot the pilot, I believe. My uncle was one of the executive producers, and this 6 foot tall, gorgeous goddess walked in, right? And everybody in the audience turned around. So I turned around too. Who is that? And she walked in and she had on some bad boots. They were some high boots and she had on some tight jeans and her shirt. Her hair was pretty, and she just came on and sat down. And I said, oh, she bad. She is beautiful. It was you, boo.
Me?
Yes, it was
I was
you.
going to say, who was it? I remember going to the Eve shoot, the pilot.
Yes.
My ex-husband partner was Troy Carter, right?
Oh,
Right,
yes.
small world. And so, he invited me down, and I remember laughing hysterically, like right in the middle of the tape. Do you remember that? Like everybody started laughing, like even the cast.
The show,
Do you remember that?
they were hilarious.
Yeah, it was so good. But I don't remember those boots. I really wish you could describe them to me. I bet you I still have them.
I don't know, but if I ever see you wear them again, because I don't ever see you wear the same thing twice, but if I ever
stop, get out of here.
But I will tell you, but you walked in and you were so tall and you were beautiful. I don't remember were you with like Lisa Leslie or something?
No, I probably was with another female, but
another female, and she was tall and beautiful too. That's why I just thought.
Oh, wow.
But I remember looking over and somebody said, Cherie, this is Tamar. You said, hi, nice to meet you. And I was like a little girl, like looking at Beyonce or something,
Oh, stop. it, Cherie.
Stacy Hagan, me and Stacy was sitting there. That's like my sister, and we was there supporting Uncle and watching Eve, and she just blossomed, and it was great. But that was my introduction to you. Besides from the Braxton family values, I already told you that story.
Oh Lord.
So fast forward a few years later, I have this cousin named Chanel. Please say hi to Chanel. She gonna lose.
Hey, Chanel.
Oh,
You're my favorite already, Pooh. Because of your name.
I was pregnant, having bed rest, and my cousin Chanel called me on the phone. She said, "You need to get your life. What you doing being pregnant? You too old." I said, "Where did she get that from?" They said, "She thinks she Tamar Braxton."
Oh, that is hilarious.
And I fell out laughing, and that was my introduction to the Braxton family values. Congratulations on your success from the show. Like, it's amazing.
Everything.
Thank you. Are you talking about the Catch Beautician or the Braxtons?
Well, I'm talking about the Braxtons, but I'm gonna go to catch a Beautician for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, when you say congratulations, you know, I can accept that, right? But it feels funny now, you know, because at the beginning of the Braxtons, if somebody was to say congratulations, I would, you know, accept it, you know, enthusiastic, you know, just happy about it. But now it's puzzling to me because it's not a very celebratory show anymore, you know, and for me, it doesn't represent us Black people, especially Black women, in the best positive light. And so, you know, for me, a congratulations is, you know, I don't know, a little uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, Boots.
No, really, because, you know, I created the show, you know, for it to be a positive platform for Black women. Yeah. And for Black women to take something from it, you know, and make their lives better or look at their situation, you know, in a positive light. And I think now that show has turned into a circus instead of the example that was initially, you know, set to be.
But it's opened up some other doors. So
it has.
How to Catch a Kitchen Beautician? A lot of y'all done cut. I was on the episode.
How to Catch a Beautician? We done took the kitchen part out. You know?
Beautician. I have to tell you, Tamar, I admire you. We see women doing it now, like Sanaa Lathan has cut her hair off. Tiffany Haddish had cut her hair off. Before you, it was only Demi Moore and Britney Spears. Okay, so we're not gonna go to those two because that was done for different reasons. But you said that you wanted to start over.
I did.
You cut your hair all. I admire that because I always wanted to feel the water hit my scalp until I got my hair burnt out. And I had no choice but to cut it, but I didn't have as much balls as you do, or I should say ovaries as you do, because
you know, it was easy for me to cut my hair because I never had a relationship with my hair until I cut it.
Really?
True story. You know, I've had hair catastrophes like all of my life because I grew up with my mom being a hairstylist. And of course, it was a whole bunch of girls in the house all the time. So we're always doing hair and, you know, experimenting. And my first experiment with a hair disaster is when my sister Tracy put this, it was a system called a New Era. And it was more like a conditioning perm. But, you know, it wasn't supposed to be super harsh. It was supposed to be more conditioning than anything. And so she did the first step, and it was like, you know, the system itself. And then the second step was the conditioning part. No, the neutralizing part. And the last step was the conditioning part. So Tracy put on the first step and forgot to put on the second step, which was the neutralizing part. And so, yes, I had summertime hair, I had some here, some of there, you know, some everywhere. It all fell out. And, you know, ever since then, it was about the style and not the healthy portion, you know, of my hair. And so when I decided to cut it off, it was more, you know, from an emotional standpoint. It was my birthday week, girl. I was excited about getting my birthday weave, right? I was going to Kim Kimbo Beauty Salon to get my hair done. You know, I had ordered my hair came in. I was just, you know, amped. And I remember waking up that morning feeling just different. And I was talking on the phone with my father, and that's really honestly when it hit me. Like, he asked me what I was doing that day, and I was like, oh, I'm getting my hair done. And then all of a sudden, I got the urge to cut my hair off. And I said, I think I'm gonna cut my hair off. And it was like, you're crazy, you're going through some things. And I was going through my divorce and, me finding myself all over again and finding the space I was in being a single mother. All the single mothers out there know what I'm talking about when you first get into that mode. It's very heavy, it's a lot because you're trying to juggle and figure everything out. And I just remember at that time, I couldn't handle one more thing, like not even a strand of hair on my head. It was just all too heavy, and I just needed to start fresh. And it wasn't necessarily about, my, hair problems, because, I had some hair. A lot of people thought I ain't have no edges. My edges grew back. Stop praying for me, praise God. My edges fell out when I had my baby, like everybody else's, Right, it happens. So that wasn't the reason. It was just because, I just wanted to start over. And it started with me really, truly falling in love with myself as I was. When I woke up in the morning, I wanted to feel good about myself and love me. When I went to bed, I didn't want to turn into a pumpkin. I wanted to still be me and love everything about me. And that is when, I
was gonna say, that's what your show is doing.
Yeah. And so for me to have gone through that, and then for God to have, created this other platform for me to be able to identify and understand the emotion that comes behind, your hair, and the attachment that we have, is a blessing. And I'm glad I went through that to get to this. So.
Well, thank you for going through it, because you helped me get to this.
You look great. Stop it. We're never satisfied. Look how healthy your hair is. Crazy.
It is healthy. And this ain't what Tamar left me with, okay? So I can't blame her for this, but like, I was seriously going through some emotional things. And Sister Girl sat next to me backstage even before the cameras was rolling and was like, you're going to be okay. I promise, it's just some hair and it's going to grow. So yeah. I appreciate those moments. And Courtney, I'll let you answer all the stuff you want to, but I just got to real quick get to you grow girl.
Yeah, well, I wish I had it with me. Yes, girl, you grow girl. Y'all better get a hold of the y'all better come on.
Look at her baby hair.
Listen, Johnny calls him adult hair. He's like, you're not a baby. These are not baby hair. This hair has been through some things. No, yeah, I'm just really excited about You Grow Girl because, it's a product that actually truly works. And, it further helps people. It's so funny because, my boyfriend Dave asked me, what's the thing with Black women and edges? And I was embarrassed to give him the answer.
Oh.
Because I had to think about it. I was like, you know what? It's something that we use to tease each other. We make each other feel bad about not having edges. Why is that? So, I'm glad that I have a product that will, help empower our community, because that's why I'm here, praise him, and, bring us closer, to ourselves and loving ourselves. So there you have it. It has to start somewhere. And I'm starting with the edges.
And they look good.
Thank you, friend.
I'm sorry, Courtney.
I'm a big fan of you musically. I love the way that you like how you take old school songs and then make them new, but then put your style on there. Like all your stuff is dope. I'm a Chicago dude, so what was it like working with my boys, the interns, co-signing too?
Oh man, I love co-signing too, and I'm so proud of too getting his position at it's Def Jam, right?
Yeah,
I believe it's Def Jam. So proud of him. They're amazing. They're so talented. It's been a couple of years since I've spoken to them because we just lost touch along the way. But they're great guys, and even outside of the studio, they should come to my house all the time for barbecues and hang out. And Two would bring his boys, his little baby boys, over to the house, and we would just have a good time. Those are great guys. And what's funny, Mr. Chicago? Chicago is actually one of my favorite cities in the world. Period. I love Chicago. Yeah, I love Chicago.
Well, you got the new song,
Yeah.
Crazy Kind of Love. And what I well, first of all, and I'm not just saying this because I'm interviewing you. When I first heard it, I'm like, wait a minute, that's Saving All My Love for You. And I used to do another show, and I talked about it. I didn't know you did the song so much justice. I did not know Saving All My Love for You was about her sleeping with a married man. I didn't know that. This should be sung at weddings and proms. So I'm like, damn. So you really flipped it. You took control of that song. It's dope song. I hear it every morning.
Thank
Everywhere.
you. You know, most people don't know it's a song about entanglement, which is my favorite new word. Thank God for Jada to go, you know? Like, you know, I mean, when you listen to the lyrics, right? She said a few stolen moments, it's all that we share. Like, oh my God. It's like, you know, the side piece national anthem, huh?
Yeah.
But I'm glad I got an opportunity to really pay homage to Whitney, you know, and as a vocalist and as one of my favorite singers, and also to be reintroduced to the music industry again, because, you know, I definitely didn't want anything else to do with it after, you know, my divorce from Vince. And this song and hearing this song made me fall in love with music all over again. Actually, it's like the first song that I've ever put out that I didn't, you know, have a hand in writing in. So for me, it was a big deal when I heard it. You know, I fell in love with it. I didn't change anything about it. And it also changed my perspective on music and where I wanted to be with that.
Well, how do you go about picking? Because your production, like, you always got like the best production, and it's like everything that you can listen to your albums. You know, I don't know if people still call them albums. I listen to everything on Tidal, but you can just I don't have to skip through nothing. You know, everything is like real smooth and it goes together. Like, so how do you go by like picking production for your work?
Well, you know what? I have to attribute most of that to my upbringing. You know, like I was around people like L.A. and Babyface and in the studio with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and, you know, some of the best producers too and the interns, right? So, you know, I have, you know, firsthand had a glimpse of what it takes, you know, to put out great music and have quality music. And so I just took everything that I learned when I was younger, and, you know, even my ex-husband Vince, he's a master at it, you know. I just like good music, you know, and wasn't going to stand for like having anything that's half-assed. Can I say ass?
No, you say whatever. Like, so I read something about Michael Jackson. He would pay attention to like when Janet made her second album, Control or whatever, and then he would like pay attention to when Jermaine was coming up. He was like, all right, I'm gonna take them producers that Jermaine mess with. Did Tony ever be like, man, look, Tamar over there, we snatch some of that stuff from Tamar over there?
We don't really fight over producers, you know.
Okay.
I think that she has a very solid team. You know, I mean, I think she's smart enough to know that her and Babyface are musically married, and they make the illest and greatest music together. And, you know, if he has a record for me, I don't think she would be upset about it. You know, I mean, it's definitely producers that we both have worked with. Yeah. And it's not really just about the producer. It's about the music and the magic that you create with that producer. So I don't think that I could make that kind of magic for her and vice versa. So we don't really care.
My last thing I gotta ask you, since we talking about Tony, me and my buddies, the versus thing. You pay attention to the versus battles?
Absolutely.
Who's qualified in Tamar's eyes to even battle or versus Tony Braxton?
It was a lot. You know, it's Mary, it's Mariah. I don't want to, you know, like you about to get me in trouble if I forget somebody. You already know how this goes. Right. Last time I talked about verses, I got in trouble because I didn't feel like I was qualified. Somebody asked me who I thought I could go in the verses with, and the other person got upset about it, but whatever. I don't feel like I have enough records. You know what I mean? I feel like when you go into the verses, you have to have like a whole catalog.
Now you only need 20. You only need 20.
But I only have 7 top 10 records, you know?
Only.
I'm just saying, it's 7. When these people who are going up against like verses have like, you know, 140, 60. They have like catalogs and catalogs and catalogs. And so I think that, I think everybody that I look up to that is a female, which is all of the artists, because it's really hard to get up, in front of people and, show your body of work. I would really like to see Tony and Mary against each other. I think that would be a great R&B evening, and it would definitely make up for the first Babyface and Teddy Riley experience.
And it's crazy you say that, because I was thinking Tony Braxton versus Pebbles, because they both got the Babyface connection.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. And also be prepared. And that means working on your craft every single day, stay a green apple, always, stay gracious when people give you advice, don't feel like you know it all, because we never really know it all, do we, right? So ever, you can always learn to be better, and know who you are, stick to the kind of music that, expresses yourself the best. And even if people disagree or feel like it's not the genre of music that you need to sing or should be singing, stick to your guns, and I just say always practice, 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 practice.
And I love the fact that you said stick to your guns and know who you are, because in entertainment, they will try to make you who you are. Have you faced that?
All the time. Well, not so much now, but before, because before Braxton Family Values, all people knew in the music industry is that I was Tony's little sister with this big personality and this big old voice. So just to give you a little history, I've had 6 record deals until Love and War came out and things really started happening for me. Yes.
Wow. Yes, because they were trying to make you do some stuff.
Because they couldn't really understand the personality and the voice. So they knew that, I could really, really sing, but they wanted me to be in a gown and stuff and be like my sister. And that's not my personality.
The hardest thing in the world to me, how did you know, or when did you know that this was your journey, like entertainment?
It's clear as the day is right now. I knew that that's what I wanted to be. I never wanted to be anything else ever. And so, I knew then. I thought I would be Mariah Carey by 18. God had another plan. However, here I am. And that's because I didn't know who I was at 18, because, by the time I was 18, my sister was who Beyonce is now, back then. You know what I'm saying? And everybody expected for me to be her. Like everyone at first expected Solange to be Beyonce. It was really hard to step out of that shadow and be my own artist, be my own person. So that took a little bit of time. That took a little bit of time
for me to hear you say at 5, because at 5, my mother took me to see The Wiz, and I was going to be Stephanie Mills.
Right.
So that's when I decided, I could definitely do what they're doing. And I wanted to try out the whole acting thing, but I did think that I was going to be an architect.
Really?
Yeah, I never, my mom has an Ebony magazine of an interview that I did probably when I was like 7 or 8. And it said, is this what you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, no, I was doing punky. I was like, I'm an architect.
Wow.
Yeah, acting for me kind of became a cop-out. I will admit, when I was doing Family Matters, I was trying to go to college. And I dropped out because I was working such long days. I was going to school at night and I would sleep in night school. Money, or do you just go to work and going to work in the morning and calling it a day?
Yeah.
I'm saying all this to say, is there something else for Tamar that you would like to accomplish that you haven't yet?
Yeah, there's lots. I think now I've become addicted to being my own boss, and because, it's great to work for a network and it's great, you know, to be able to, you know, sing and be signed to a label and pursue your dreams. But it's also so liberating to know that you have the keys to your own destiny, you know, and I don't have to depend and wait on the next contract or the next show or the next whatever, you know what I mean? I have a comfort now in knowing that it's up to me to make things happen every single day for the future of myself and for my child. And so I'm addicted to that now. And so I am doing that and expanding, yes, who I am as a boss and entrepreneur. And I'm really hyped about that.
Your work ethic is insane. Tamar will get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and be doing interviews and literally will not stop. She won't even stop and eat until 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. I've never seen anybody work like that ever in my life.
Are you serious?
No. I know hard, but what do you do to like depress yourself after all that? Do you just go to sleep or what?
No, you know, I look at things differently, Cherie. It's like, you know how we make time for things we really want to do? You know what I mean? Like, if even if we're busy and our nails done chewed them or we making biscuits, we go to the nail salon, we make time to go get our nails done, or we make time to go get our hair done, right? So that's how I look at, you know, my job. I really, really love what I do, you know, and I make time for it because that's what I want to do. You know, sometimes it gets hard, but at the end of the day, I don't take any of this for granted. Do you know how long it took for me to be able to be in a place where I could pursue my dreams? I think about all those times that I was sitting on the couch hoping and wishing and praying, you know, trying to wait for my big break. And so once I get it, I'm going to be lazy. I'm not going to get up. I'm not going to, you know, make the best out of it. No, that would be like throwing a blessing back at God, right? No, I am grateful for every single interview, every single day, every single chance I have, you know, to be able to do what I love.
I can't even believe that you're here with me right now. Like, this is really such an honor for me. I asked Tamar. Yes, you take
Girl, you're tripping.
I mean, aside from being Boots, speaking of our kids and your time and your interviews, how do you balance it all? Because you are a tremendous mother with a very intelligent, sweet, kind, respectful son.
Well, and kudos to you because you're the exact same way with your brilliant daughter. Get out of here, okay? You know, Cherie, as you know, it's a struggle. I don't know how. There is no formula, right? You just kind of have to make the best situation out of your situation for your kid and always put them first. I think that might be one of the secrets, you know? You have to always consider your child's happiness and what's best for them first. And then I fell into, you know, the alignment that it's supposed to be.
You know, I don't have it either, but I hear women all the time be like, well, you know, I'm a mom and I'm a single mom and it's hard to make it happen. And then I'm like, I get it. I work. I don't really have nannies and stuff like that, but right now I do.
My son told me he's too old for a nanny. Like, I'm like, all right, let's spend on that.
But that's what I'm saying. Our kids have to go to work with us sometimes. Our kids have to sit in the next room sometimes. You know, our kids are entertaining themselves playing Roblox right now, but we still have to make it happen. What would you say to those single moms out there who think that they can't accomplish their dreams because they're a mother?
Well, it's one time, you know, like I said, you got to so if you're not pursuing your dreams, it's going to make your kids miserable, right? You're going to have to get out here and pursue your dreams. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds like you're being selfish, but you are putting the kid first because you're being miserable. And so what that means is like by you being miserable is making the kids miserable, right? So you're going to have to figure that part out. You have to take your kids to your audition. You're not going to be the first person. You're not going to be the last person. You know, you might have to keep your kids in the car with the air on with the door locked. If you're going there for a very important meeting, or leave them in the front lobby, or while they're at school, make the best out your day, you know, while they're away from you. But I think that putting it into perspective, like, if you know that you're not going to be happy if you don't, your needs, you are making your child miserable.
Yeah.
So I had to learn that along the way, because I still have a lot of guilt. Trust me, a lot of guilt. As parents, we do. And I wanted to say this to whoever's listening, that's normal. Mommy guilt is normal, especially single mother mommy guilt is the worst. And you don't know unless you were in that club. But it really is about you being happy to make your kids.
And when we talk about mommy guilt, like I'll admit my guilt right now. I know that Punky's coming back. Quarantine has pushed us out a few months. They're saying, October through December, and I might have to work 6 days a week. That means I'll only have 1 day a week to
pumpkin.
Right.
But think about it this way. Look at this time as like spending all the time you can possibly spend with her, because we all have this downtime. And so when we get back, to work, I don't think it'll feel as bad, because I know that I put in all the time I could with my son when I had the time and the opportunity. So, I think we have to use times like this to kind of, I hate to say make up for it, but make up for it. Make up for the times that we haven't been there and, are not going to be there.
You talk about not being there, okay, so like I told you, I'm addicted to Hamlet right now, right? There's these lyrics that I just can't get out of my head. And Eliza says, when my time is up, have I done enough? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? How would you want your story told?
Oh my God. Like, why are you asking all these deep questions? Like, what's wrong?
Because Cherie's people know the character that you play, but my purpose of Cherie's World is I want people to know the lady that I know.
Oh.
And you're sweet, you're brilliant, your heart is golden. I don't want them to know the funny catchphrase. You got your own culture. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to speak and interview that woman. I want to interview Boots.
Come on, Boots. You're so sweet. That I am a good person, and that, I don't just care about myself. I really do care about people in general. People make me happy. Helping people makes me happy. When I put a smile on their face, whether it be on stage or it's on television, and they've had the most impossible day, knowing that, I had a part in making them smile or changing their perspectives from, being in a negative situation and want to change to being in a positive situation, knowing that I had something to do with that, definitely is something that I want to be, known for, just taking a bad situation and making it good, things like that. And if it's hard for me to talk about myself, I don't know why you asked me that. I cannot do that. I cannot talk about myself.
What I can say, honestly, if you ever have a chance to go to a meet and greet, if you have a chance to meet Tamar, ask her for the hug. She gives the best hug. You feel them in your soul. Tamar, thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you.
I don't want to keep you too much because I want to gossip with you. I know. Be careful what I say on this mic, but I love you. And
I love you more.
There's a whole world out there that loves you. And I hope that everybody gets a friend like you and they really get to meet you.
Oh, don't make me cry. I cannot today. Listen, I can't today. I can't right now. I can't. All right. I'm putting my foot down. I can't. Okay. It's too much. Too much today. And I really needed that. Thank you, my friend. And thank you for being such an amazing friend back to me. God sent us who we need. And I know for a fact he sent you to me. I do know that. Yes, I do know that. And I'm so grateful to him. And I'm grateful to you for being obedient and being such an amazing, amazing addition to my life. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. And they say people for a reason or a season, but you stuck with me, okay?
Who else gonna call at 6 in the morning? Who else gonna answer?
6, 4, 2.
Period. What time? Ain't no time.
Period. If you call me and I see it, I'm gonna answer. Always. I love you too. Even if you get mad at me, I'm still always gonna love you.
Guess what? People get mad. Why do people think when you get mad at somebody that it's forever, or it's like going to be constant shade for the rest of your life? Why do people think that?
I don't know, but there's like this sisterhood that's supposed to be there. Like, regardless of what happens, you my sister.
Yeah, can we agree to disagree? I don't think we're not going to agree on everything.
No, and you can get mad at me tomorrow, and if somebody try to jump you, I'm jumping in.
Ain't gonna have. First of all, I'm gonna be mad at you for about a half hour, then we're gonna get right back to it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that deep.
Well, I'm just gonna be the. You still mad? You still mad?
You mad or no? Right.
You want some ice cream?
It's so funny. And yes, I do.
You're so silly, girl. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is the official Cherie Johnson. That way you never miss one of our Cherie's World podcasts.